now we have 0 snow for this month. Maybe this burn can wait till next year.
This prescribed fire plan for the lower North Fork area, it was created long before the burn ever started.
It lays out forecasting, ignition, and this plan if the fire were to escape.
But 7 News uncovered the State Forest Service didn't follow its own plan.
You have to be prepared for what's going to happen days ahead.
Were they prepared for what happened days ahead here?
I don't believe so.
Rich Schell is a former chief officer for the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection. He has a history of studying fire planning, management, protection, and suppression dating back decades. Schell now works as an expert in post-wildfire analysis. He gets paid to break down what went right or wrong with wildfires. But he took on the lower North Fork fire on his own time. We asked him to review hundreds of documents, dozens of photos from the governor's review and the burn plan.
This was a very high-risk prescribed burn.
But according to the lead expert appointed to the governor's review,
it was a professionally written plan. It was professionally implemented, albeit one mistake on a patrol on Sunday.
The plan called for 3 days of patrol, which should have included Sunday, March 25th.
I don't think it would have changed the outcome.
No patrol, no monitoring. Possible a lot of work could have been done on Sunday.
Being here Sunday would have mattered.
I believe so.
If you could classify that task force and that review, how would you classify it?
My word is soft. Let's be realistic here. Nobody wants to accept responsibility or be liable for this loss, the escape prescribed burn.
But there were warnings. In fact, the last burn in October of 2011 was canceled because the fire jumped the line. 5 months later, on Monday, March 26, 2012, it escaped again. Only this time, they couldn't stop it.
Here in March, with the drought conditions, the burning conditions were much more extreme.
A red flag warning on Monday, high fire danger. That morning, the engine boss with 2 other men arrived on scene to pack up equipment.
I find it concerning that they brought a utility pickup out as opposed to a fire engine on a day that was going to be pretty extreme conditions.
What happened next, detailed in these documents obtained by 7 News. With hand tools and a dwindling supply of water, 3 men spent more than 1 hour chasing down spot fires, reigniting faster than they could put them out. At 1:40, they called for 1 engine from the State Forest Service. Less than 1 hour later, the lower North Fork burn declared an escaped fire. In an interview with investigators, the engine boss admitted to running out of water before help arrived. From a ridge, his crew stood and watched the fire burn. Unable to start suppression efforts, they were out of resources.
Water is the firefighter's best friend. They didn't have water. They had hand tools, and the spot fire quickly got away from them because they didn't have all the available resources, such as water, on site.
In your opinion, based on what you've reviewed, if someone did need to take responsibility in this situation, who would it be?
Oh, I think it has to go back to the people that did the prescribed burn.
However, the governor's review and the Jefferson County fire investigation name no blame.
It's just as hard to be here today as it was the first day we were allowed back.
No one involved in the burn has been disciplined. They still have their jobs. Nancy Lansue has no home.
This is an act of humans.
We didn't start the fire.
No.
Mother Nature didn't start the fire.
No.
The Colorado Forest Service started the fire, period.
Errors in communication, a burn plan not followed. So is anyone to blame for the lower North Fork fire? And why is the fire not considered a crime? Up next, we take those questions to the governor.
Who's been held accountable for the lower North Fork fire?